So my name's Alex Tucker. I've been a member of the fire company since 2008. It's about 17 years, and the first pony swim that I ever rode in was 2010. So that puts out it's about 15 years now. A few of them. I was not born on the island. I was actually born in Williamsburg, but I was raised on here by my grandparents. So that's all I've ever known. Some of the first memories I have, I think, are riding around on the boat with my grandfather, learning about everything that the ways of the water had to offer, all the resources that were available. Remember going through shops with my mom, just something to do downtown, working on houses with Dad, just odds and ends. He was a contractor, so it was always something different. It's probably bad to say, but I don't think I always wanted to be a saltwater cowboy. I joined the fire company. Me and a friend from high school were riding around one night. He said, "Hey, I got to go to this meeting at the firehouse. You want to go?" I said, "Sure." And the following week, I turned in an application, and 2 years later, I was riding horses, and kind of the rest is history. And I joined at 16 as a junior member. For this year, I serve as the vice president / carnival chairman, as well as the deputy fire chief. So I'll take the chief's place when he's not around, second in command, run the carnival. It's a feat in and of itself, and then fill in for the president when she's not around as well. Thank heavens both of them are around more than I am. Being a saltwater cowboy and a firefighter, I think it's mostly who I am at this point in life. I've done it for so long that it's just, I don't see it as a task anymore. It's just another part of daily life. Or, when you make plans, you don't make plans for the last week in July, or there's the weekend in April and a weekend in October, spring and fall roundups. But it's just kind of part of who I am at this point. The family's involved, and they're going along with it as best they can. I don't think people see all the things that go on behind the scenes, and not just at the firehouse or on the carnival grounds or on swim day. It's a lot of stuff at home. There's a lot of sacrifices made by the members and the riders, as well as the spouses and the families. Like, these guys take weeks of vacation. They spend their hard-earned money to come here and ride and dedicate a week to the fire company and this community. The guys that live here, some of them still go to work every day, but they adjust their work schedules and their life schedules around it. And for something that means so much to everybody else, it means, I think, twice as much to us to be able to put it on. I don't know that there's a lot of mental or physical preparation. It's just kind of one of those things, and it comes up, it's a task, and you show up to do the job, and you do it to the best you can, and when you're not available, you're just not available. I think it's more just, you kind of keep your life in this mindset of, you might have to get up from the dinner table or get up in the middle of the night and go handle, whether it be a fire, an accident, an ambulance call, a downed horse. Like, you just kind of live your life on this edge of, you might have to drop what you're doing to go handle something else that doesn't directly impact your family. So it's just kind of, it all flows together. So a typical day that week is a generalized description. Is we're up well before dawn, getting the horses together, getting everything saddled up, ready to go, last minute repairs that we didn't get to the night before, things that might have broken overnight or on the way to the beach. So we ride early mornings. We're usually done around noon, and we'll take a little break, we'll go get something to eat, and then it's work again. And I think that's the part that not a lot of people see is, it's not just what's on camera and what's on the internet anymore. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. There's always, the water troughs are always full. There's always hay in the pens for the horses. If something looks like it might be sick, like, none of that stuff is a self-correcting problem. Somebody makes a phone call and somebody receives that call, and the riders get together and we go over and handle it. And it's a massive group effort. I don't think any 1 or 10 people could handle this. The 100th anniversary, it's a great honor to be able to be a part of it to the extent that I am. I love what I do. I love my involvement. I don't know if there's anywhere else I'd rather be for this event. And I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that everybody else enjoys it half as much as we do. I hope that the sense of brotherhood and family and friendship that we have as riders and families of riders never changes. If it does, I hope it only gets better. I don't think anybody that you couldn't pick up the phone and call right now and tell them that you've got a problem with a horse or a truck or your house or anything, and that they wouldn't drop what they were doing to come help, and vice versa. It's funny, everybody you squabble back and forth, and it's all in good humor. We all pick on each other, but when it comes time to get the job done, it's a group effort, and everybody works as one team that day. As much as some wouldn't like to admit it, I think the pony swim is the backbone of the community right now. It accounts for an astronomical percentage of tourism, and I'd really hate to think of where we would be as a community without it. It's so many things to so many people. Yes, it's a fundraiser for the fire company, and it brings tourism and their dollars for a lot of the industries on here, but it's also a homecoming. A lot of people come home that might have moved away for school or work, and then maybe their families aren't living on here anymore, and it's their opportunity to come home and be with their friends and families and make new friends and add to their family. And it's the best time of year, hands down. We are absolutely feeling the pressure this year. It is just another swim, and I'm sure a lot of guys will tell you that it's the same job we've done for the last 100 years. A few changes here and there. We always hope and pray for no surprises, but they always come up, and we take them in stride and keep on going with it. So that's all we can do. But I think anybody that says that they don't feel any extra pressure this year might be telling a little fib. A typical day at home, work. Myself and my girlfriend work full time. I'm a police officer. She's an ER nurse. Her daughter's 13. She'll be 14 next month. She goes to school full time. She plays sports at school. She plays travel sports. So they keep us on our toes. She plays travel sports as well. So through the winter, we've got no shortage of things to do and places to go. I'm not overly involved in the year-round care, just because I work shift work. Just because I'm off when the phone call comes in doesn't necessarily mean that I don't have to go to work in a couple hours, or I might be getting off soon, but I can't get off early enough to be of good help. We've got a bunch of guys that are fortunate, and they're either owner-operators of their own business, and they can donate the time and the effort that is really needed for that kind of stuff. Because when the call comes in, the call comes in at any time. It's at random, and sometimes you only have a few minutes to get over and find the horse and take care of it and get it to where it needs to be to get the care that it needs. And just the unfortunate fact is some of us just don't have the time to dedicate like that. And if we're going to go meet friends and maybe have a quick bite and a drink, we'll go to Steamers. I think our favorite place to just go and sit down and have a good meal is the Village. They've always been, service is great, the food's always great. I've never had a bad meal there. Summertime in the evenings is definitely the Tiki. nice spot and catch good sunsets, good food, good people. Appreciate everything that's here. I don't know that I can put one thing as being a local gym, because they're all gyms. You've got the regular beach, as we call it, and you've got Little Beach on Sundays on the boat, and you've got clubhouses that we go to that they're old oyster watch houses, and I don't know that that's something that they're definitely not open to the public, but it's something that I wish that everybody could appreciate and see as part of the local experience. I think the biggest lesson that I've ever learned since I started riding as a Saltwater Cowboy was you literally cannot lead a horse and make it drink. The old saying is you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And I never truly understood that until I rode we rode for hours, and these horses are drenched in sweat. And you ride them up to a water trough, and you get off, and they just stand there and look at you, and you're like, how are you not thirsty? So it's mildly frustrating, and so the age-old verbiage comes in, and you're like, I get it now. Anybody young or just anybody that wants to get involved, show an interest, get involved, ask the questions, find somebody that's already involved, and show an interest at a young age, or any age for that matter. Nationwide, the volunteer fire service is dying, whether it be work or the available time. Family dynamics are different now than they were 10 years ago, much less 30, 40 years ago, before I came along. It's just, we need to know who wants to be a part of it. And if we don't get more people involved, especially the younger ones, that's the future. So without them, we may not, eventually this will come to an end. We can't do it forever, unfortunately. I don't know if I can do it in one word, but Chincoteague is definitely God's country. That's what I tell everybody, that I'm going home, I'm going to God's country, I'll see y'all later. Anytime I welcome somebody here, it's welcome to God's country. I was born and raised here. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I've turned down job opportunities elsewhere to stay here. My girlfriend moved here from New York. It's the greatest place on earth, including Disney.